Hey everyone, and welcome to my place. Mother's Day is not that far away, and I have had requests from people asking if I could show a really lovely, simple way of producing something for your mother or somebody special in your life. I really love this idea, and I've been doing this for many years, and it never fails to impress. I have here a beautiful plate. I have look at this gorgeous little saucer. Isn't it just beautiful with all those little flowers on there, and a really lovely teacup. Now you can pick these up for not very much, but it's just a beautiful way to now present or produce some flowers in. So what I've done here is, let me just lift this up and I'll show you. In here I've got some wet foam, and on top of that, because I don't like the foam. Well, I do like the foam, but the foam to me is just a medium in which to hold the flowers. So, by getting some baby tears, or you could get some little moss, some little bits of moss, you could cover the foam with that. But I really like the little baby tears because they're such little fine flowers or little fine leaves. And the great thing is, I've got a tip for you. Don't, for goodness sake, plant that in your garden, because you will have it for life. And even though this doesn't have any roots on it at all, trust me, when it hits that moisture, it's just going to continue growing. So long after these little flowers, the roses that I've put into here, die off, guess what? That will still be going. And as I said, saying it one more time, do not put it into the garden unless it's contained, because it will just go for miles and you'll never get rid of it. Okay, so into here I've picked up some little roses, and I'm going to cut all of my buds really short. Now, another little tip I want to share with you is, the longer the length of the stem of the rose, the shorter its life expectancy. Now what happens is, when you get those long roses up to about here, and I noticed on Instagram the other day a post from a Russian florist, and the roses, honestly, they must have been on cocaine or something. They were this high as me, and I'm 5 foot. I'd like to say 6'6" tall Amazonian warrior, but I'm not. But they were absolutely magnificent, but I know that the longer this is, the least amount of time it's going to last. And the reason for that is that little head there has to suck the moisture all the way to the top. And when you see those little roses after 2 days that are starting to bend, it's because there's a heck of a lot of strain trying to get all that moisture there. Well, you know what it's like trying to suck something that's really thick like a milkshake through a straw. You know, you get a bit exhausted, don't you? So I like, when I'm doing this, doing a design to give to somebody, that it lasts for as long as possible. So cutting all of your roses short before you start is a very good idea. The other thing is that I know that nature's provided these roses with some nice leaves, but you know what? Those leaves, they don't last very long either. So it's best to just, if they're not pristine, you know, really, what's the word I'm looking for? Strong and sturdy, don't use them. Now you also notice that everything I'm cutting on the slant, and by cutting them on the slant just means that there is more surface. Well, it's actually not more surface. One, it goes into the foam easier, but if you were putting those into a vase, when you've got the stem that's cut like that, when that gets down into there, it can sometimes stick to the base of the bottom of your vase, which means that it's still not going to be able to get the moisture. So always slant cut. Okay, really quick and easy, and I know that this could be a really great thing for kids to be doing for their mums, for Mother's Day or for Gran, and it's just a matter of getting all of these little roses and pushing them down into the foam like so. And I'm going around the edges first because it's always easier with roses to do it that way. Just push those in there so that there's even distance, but you know, it doesn't have to be perfect, but if everything's all cut to the same length, before you start, and this is when you have to sort of like start going in like this so that you can get them in a little bit easier. Push that into there, push that one into there, like so, and look at that. Roses into a teacup for someone special. I really enjoy this design. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope I've given you some tips that will be helpful for giving a gift to somebody that you love. See you again another day.